I love this game. But it's time for us to recalibrate our ideologies, our philosophies about what's wealth, what's not wealth. Khadijah said something so amazing tonight. She said, I'm pre-rich. I like that mindset because she understands that every day she's taking the steps to getting where she got to go at. And she is a prime example that in a year and a half time, you can start with not knowing a thing about stocks to now learning how to trade, learning how to play the game, beating the market, having successful trades. Listen, she one of my mentors. Listen, nobody that she is right. Nobody asks me more questions than her. But because I understand that, one, she's dedicated. She's invested in herself. She's willing to do the work. She'll take off for a couple months and be like, Trap, I've been off a couple months, but I'm back at it. I love that dedication because I know the game can be overwhelming sometimes. But a lot of times when we get overwhelmed, we quit. You ain't get into the position you in overnight, so you damn sure ain't gonna get out of that position overnight. But every day if you work toward it, every day if you put your head in the game, no matter what life got going on, life gon' life, the market gon' market, but it's our perception on both of them that leads us to victory. The life gon' life and the market gon' market, but it is our perception on both that leads us to victory. And what we do not acknowledge, we will repeat. So one of the first things you can acknowledge is, one, I acknowledge where I want to be at in my life. Two, I acknowledge the things that I do not know. Here's the dope part about this. 10% of the things in the world in existence you know. 10% of the things in the world you know exactly that you do not know. There's 80% of things in the world that you have no earthly idea that you do not know. So now you got to get around somebody. You got to get in the midst. You got to get in the area. You got to get in the vicinity of someone who knows the things that you do not know so that you can learn those things and now be privy to those things. I think that's the catalyst to the legacy blueprint. Because you cannot build legacy if you don't understand wealth. You cannot build legacy if you don't understand how the wealth game is played. But watch this. If you don't know none of those things, and if you don't know what you don't know, then how can you learn it? Our problem is we are so accustomed to learning things the hard way, and we want that to be the only way that we conceive knowledge. Man, I ain't gonna lie. Trap, how you be coming up with these words like that? Man, I keep learning, but I keep wanting to be around people who gonna teach me. I keep wanting to be around people who smarter than me. I love going in a room where I'm not the smartest person in the room. That's the rooms I want to be in. People keep saying, get in the room, get in the room. I don't want to get in the room to be motivated. I want to be getting in the room to be educated. I don't need motivation. And even though my mentor is the #1 motivation speaker in the world, I got the motivation, but what people don't know about E.T. that I love is he's also a leader in personal development. You want to develop your wealth, but you don't want to develop you personally. You want to lead your family, but you don't know how to lead yourself. You haven't led you successfully yet. You survived here. You survived here. You ain't lead yourself here. You survived here. You woke up every day and you survived here. You ain't lead yourself here. And it's okay, because watch this. It's the acknowledging factor that I've survived here that makes me better, because now I can start leading myself. And you can't lead your family if you can't lead you. You cannot lead your family if you cannot lead you. Master you. Because once you master you, everything else gonna fall in line. Once you master you, everything else gonna come into play, because you're gonna start learning there's things about myself that I do not know, and there's things about myself that I need to know. I don't want to get in the environment where I don't know how to respond to this situation. And the reason why I don't know how to respond because I don't know myself. I need to go in a situation where even if I don't know the answer, because I know me, I'm going to still stand proud. I'm going to still stand tall. The legacy blueprint. I think the legacy blueprint starts with leadership. I've been telling my daughter something every day for the last week. There's some new rules that I've been incorporating because I always try to find new rules to incorporate in her life because it's my responsibility. Matter of fact, it's my obligation to program her a certain way. And me and her mom used to get into it about this. Not really fight, but she was like, don't program her. Like, if I don't program her, the world gonna program her. So I need to program her. I need to shape her perspective. I need to give her some points that she need to touch. When she get in a bind or she get in a situation, my dad has already placed these reference points in my brain.
What's good, trappers, man? It's your boy, the Wall Street Trapper. Right now, I want to invite you to an amazing experience full of value. That is my community, Trappers Anonymous. It's 100% the greatest fundamental investing community on the market. Listen, your portfolio should be a masterpiece. And the only way we get you there is if we help you to learn how to invest with confidence. Now listen, I get it. Like, you don't know a lot about stocks, or maybe you've heard people say how much money they lost in stocks, but I can guarantee you, one, because they weren't in the community, and two, they lack the information. Our goal in Trappers Anonymous is to help you, really to hold your hand on the journey to becoming a confident investor, learning how to navigate through the different events that the stock market goes through to take you from panic to encouragement. There's no better time than now. This is an opportunity only for those who are willing to be on the journey. So listen, man, click the link below. Come join me in Trappers Anonymous, man. I will see you in one of our many classes, whether it's Moat Monday, whether it's the 2-hour class we do on Sunday, or whether it's just a book club. Everything is geared toward making you a better investor so you can triple your net worth and turn your last name to an asset. It's your boy, Wall Street Trapper. See you in the trap.
So one of the things we talk about now is, I say, what's the 5 pillars to our family? Love God first, lead with love, respect, honesty, integrity. And I say, if you wrap everything you do around those 5 things, yo, you cannot go wrong in the world. But I don't just tell it to her and then I explain it to her. Why we put God first? Because if we put God first, we can't go wrong. If we learn God's principles and rules for our life, God loves us. God loves us if we make mistakes. God, obey God. Look at the rules that God laid down for us. If we learn how to love God first, yo, that sets the tone. Number 2, we lead with love. Well, how does that tie into number 1? Because if we lead with love, God leads with love. So if we lead with love, then now people gonna give us that if we lead with that. But 2, we gonna lead with respect. So if we lead with love, if we love God, if we lead with respect, if we lead with love, then if a person gives us anything outside of that, then we go the other way. Why? Because we gonna enter the room, we in the room, God put us here. 2, boom, we leading with love. So we giving you respect out the gate. Man, what's good? Number 3, number 4, honesty. What's honesty? Telling the truth no matter what. Telling the truth no matter what. So that means even if I did the wrong thing. Look, last night she broke a candle while I was in the office. I came, I saw the candle, it was broke. But she was telling me something. I said, wait, hold up, this candle broke. I said, why didn't you tell me that? She said, because I thought I was gonna get in trouble. I said, first of all, watch this. What's our principles? Tell them to me. She told them to me. Then she said, honesty. I say, honesty is what? Telling the truth no matter what. You knew you broke that. Don't try to talk to me about homework when you knew you broke that. Let's talk about that first, then we're gonna deal with the homework. I say, now I'm not mad at all. I'm disappointed because you know you broke it and you ain't tell me. So you wasn't abiding by our principles. I said, so watch this. We're gonna add another no TV date to our days of the week. Why? Why? She said, because I ain't did by the principles. I wasn't being honest. I ain't tell the truth no matter what. And number 5 is integrity. What's integrity? Doing the right thing when nobody looking. If she operate in the world with those 5 principles, and so now I'm banging the principles every day, all day. I'm banging the principles every day, all day. I say, listen, they're gonna tell you not to judge people. That's cool, but we gonna judge people based on our 5 principles. And if we gonna align with people that have our 5 principles, one, if a person loves God, we gonna rock with them. If a person don't love God, I'm gonna be real with you. They can't abide with us. They can't rock with us. We don't gotta hate them, but we base our life on God principles. 2, they gotta lead with love. 3, they gotta have respect. 4, they gotta be honest. 5, they gotta have integrity. If we keep them 5 principles at the base of what we doing, we can judge people off those 5, and now we can live a life we already know we doing. Boom, I can't go do that because this ain't the right thing. I ain't moving with integrity. If I gotta keep it secret from my dad and my mom, and guess what? It ain't the right thing for me to do. I don't need to be doing it. I ain't leaving. So now I'm gonna judge the rest of her life based off those core principles. I'm gonna judge her life based on that. I'm gonna judge her whole entire life moving forward based on those 5 principles. But Trap, why are you talking to me about your daughter right now? Because I'm telling you what are the core 5 principles that you base your life on, that everything you do, you base your life. Yo, this ain't God love right here. This ain't honesty. This ain't integrity. This ain't respect. I'm not leading with love. This how you help get in the right situation, because if you're moving like that, you're gonna attract what you are. Talking about legacy. We can't create legacy if we ain't got no principles. We ain't got no core values. We ain't got no mission statement. We ain't got no vision. We ain't got no beliefs. All we know is get money. That's why we keep failing. Because we don't got nothing wrapped around to get money. I want us to get money, but what's the things that's wrapped around to get money? Okay, well, when I get money, what I want to do? I want to give God what he do. I want to help some people out. I want to donate. I'm going to invest. I remember I was in New York one time and I was talking to this Jewish woman. I met her at a pizza spot. She was an older woman. And we was talking about money, and she said something to me one time. She said, my father told me something about money, and it was a simple rule. She said, you got some people that hold money in their hand like this. Now, don't get me wrong. They got the money and they hold it in their hand. But guess what? Because you got your fist closed, you can't get no more money. And because they holding their hand closed like this, they holding on what they got, but they also not giving it an opportunity to let nothing else come in. She said, now when you hold, my daddy said, when you hold your hand like this with your money, what happens is, yes, you do get the money the opportunity to leave, but you also get the money to come back twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times of what you let go. So I always want to be like this. I would never forget that message. It was 1 o'clock in the morning at a pizza spot in New York. Never forget that message. These people print money every day, all day, y'all. So I'll promise you that money isn't lack. The only thing that's lack is your perception of it. So let's go back to the first thing. One of the first things we talked about is your financial algorithm. I want y'all to sit on that. I want you to come up with those 5 principles for yourself and your life. And if you didn't have them, let's create them this week. You got to next Tuesday to create them. And I want you to change your financial algorithm. I want you to disrupt it.